In this video, we're going to be designing a sci-fi nitro booster. Let's go. Hey guys, so you're here from Blender Bros, and let's get started. Now, if you're a beginner or, intermediate, you probably want to grab our free course, which is called Jumpstart Hard Surface in Blender, because it will teach you all the basics and foundations you need for hard surface. So, everything in one place. It's fantastic. And it's been downloaded by over 40,000 people. So what can't speak can't lie. Now, we're going to be making this into sci-fi, which means we need to put some spin on it, right? So Control R here. I'm going to split that into two and move this one a little bit here. I'm going to grab this bit here and I'm going to go to Q and Shift Control Curve Extract. Now I'm using Hardops, Box Cutter, Mesh Machine and Machine tools. And if you're not using these add-ons, then you should rethink life because you're wasting your time. Here, let's go to Solidify and go lower on that a little bit because I think I want to cut it. Now, let me think. So here what we're going to do, we're going to apply that, okay? We're going to move cursor to Geo with Shift S. We're going to grab these two loops and we're going to bevel them. And then we're going to actually add something on top of it. So let's go to Cube and let's move cursor here. So Shift S to select it and to cursor, okay? And then let's just scale this and go up here and let's just scale it down and GZ. And scale it down a bit more, create something like this, maybe a little bit wider. I think we can get away with this. Now, what I want to do here is I want to apply scale, okay, and then I want to bevel these, right? And then I'm going to scale this one on the top. So I go to the top view and scale it, and I'm going to bevel this one on the top. Okay, now, maybe not so much because we're going to get some overshooting. There we go. So sharpen. Now we're going to combine them. Okay, so go here to booleans and let's go to union, and we're actually going to apply that. Okay, so sharpen. Then we're going to go click, alt click, and then click on select that and Y, and let's go with offset cut, which is an experimental feature in Mesh Machine. So go to Mesh Machine menu and enable it. Under preferences. Now I do have videos that show how to do it, so no excuses. Yeah, I don't want to hear any whinging, guys. Whinging makes me fucking sick, so don't whinge. Find solution. I have videos for every single problem you may have. So if you have excuse saying, oh, I couldn't find it, you're not looking hard enough. Okay, back in the day, when I was younger, we had to drive a bus 2 hours to a fucking library to find a book that maybe is going to solve our problems. Okay, now everything you got, in the tip of your fingers, literally, with internet, so don't fucking bitch and whine because I can't stand this shit. So here, we're going to go to operations and multiply, and we're going to radius, okay? So go to, in fact, you know what? Change of plans. So now here what we're gonna do, we're gonna select that, Control plus this, and select maybe this many, right? And then we're going to select that, this, okay, and on this side, right? And we're going to isolate it, so P and selection, okay? And we can remove that. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna apply radial array. So Control click on radial and X twice to do that. Perfect. What we're gonna do here is we're going to scale this a little bit. So scale it in a bit. And we're going to actually merge it. Okay, so click here and booleans and union. And then, right, we're going to fix it. So click here, click alt click and GG and move that. Click alt click and GG and move that. Then we're going to apply that. So operations multiply and run a bevel here. Just clean that. Click alt click and run the bevel. That doesn't work. Let's make sure that everything is flipped. So Shift N to flip normal outside. Let's see what happens here. Something is not right here. Let me see that. So let's just remove these faces. Let's see what the hell is going on here. Ah, I see the problem. This is a problem, okay? This you know, line of faces here. So let's just remove them, right? Okay, let's remove this as well. It sometimes happens, you know, with booleans of this sort, so you need to clean that a little bit, okay? So let's clean that. Now, I don't want to run clean mesh with hard ops because it may remove stuff I need. So we're going to clean it manually, okay? Let's remove this junk too. Okay, and now we can bridge them. So, you know, and this one also is flipped. So select everything in face mode and shift N to flip faces. Click, alt click, shift alt click here and press 2 with machine tools, and here too. You need to have enabled the smooth edge for this to work, and then 3 to clean it. Let's run sharpen and peachy. Now we should be good to go. Let's apply scale because you know, I see it's kind of distorted. There we can, you know, bevel this, and we can also bevel this, right? Peachy. Now that looks pretty cool. So it kind of looks like it's welded in, which is, you know, kind of awesome, right? Cool. So we got that going on, and next thing what we're going to do is we're going to model some kind of thread here. So let's grab that, and let's just actually Altium macro this inside. We're gonna have to clean that here, and let's just close this with a face and sharpen, and here we're going to inset this like this, like that, peachy, and then run a chamfer here. Run another chamfer here, smaller one, okay, like this. Now we're gonna add a bevel, but remember, bevel is gonna have to be small because this is a machined part, okay? So you need to always think about creating different sizes of bevels, because it will create really nice design and a lot of interest. Now here's a bit of sandwiching, which means, you know, distances between sort of like width of these segments are kind of similar, so we could actually GG that a little bit inside, and maybe also, you know, maybe also chamfer this a little bit like that. Something like this could do. That's interesting. Here we're gonna be running a thread, okay? So let's just drop a loop here, so we get a space for a trim sheet here too, and on this one we're gonna be actually including this one. So here we're going to be running a thread. So the way you do that, you can run it directly on this mesh, but what I usually do is I kind of create a separate geo for that, like this, with you know, shift curve extract, and then we're going to run a thread here. So right click and machine tools and thread. You need to enable thread under machine tool prefs for this to work. That's different here. Oh, that's depth. Yeah, let's just decrease that because it's a bit steep, and I think this is gonna be better. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. So this looks like it can be screwed in. It's really awesome. Here on this side, okay, we could have some kind of a washer. So, you know, let's just drop a loop here like that. All right, then we're gonna grab that and go to shift curve extract here like this, sharpen that, okay. And we're gonna run circle cuts here, okay? So enable dots, hold control, and get out of the orthographic view and run a kind of a cut here. Recover this, okay? And we're gonna run, you know, array, okay? So mesh tools and control click on radial. And you don't want to have too many, you know, just don't go crazy. Grab one of these because it's arrayed. We can Alt N and flip it, and then we can actually create a reverse bevel like this. So it's going to apply to all of them. You don't have to do it manually, which is peachy. Apply bevel, you're good to go. Okay, cool. Now here we could make this a bit smaller, you know, just a tiny bit smaller. There we go. Awesome, 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 awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Let's save it. Now comes the tricky bit, right? So here we're gonna run some loops. So let's grab that and dissolve it, and we're gonna run some proper loops here like this. And here what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a chamfer, and we're gonna grab that and we're going to insert it quite deeply and do a bit of a, you know, shift curve extract shenanigans, and we're gonna apply that, and then we're gonna grab these two, we're going to insert them like that, and we're going to delete the faces, select these edges, okay, and press 2, right? Got that. That's cool. And this could also have a thread, and here we could have, you know, some kind of a, I don't know, whatever, you know what I mean? Curve extract, scale it in, and then we could actually run a different cut here. You're not gonna be able to see that, but you know, who gives a fuck with designing? So release the mouse, hold shift and click, then go to mesh tools and control click on radial, scroll down to 3, and you're done. It's a little bit sinking, so GY and move it out, and then apply that. Let me just grab this, select that, and GY and move it in. There we go. Okay, that's better. So we got something like that. Here inside we could have, you know, thread again, so we could just run the thread, right click, add thread. It should be at the same length, so this is cool. And here we can have some cuts, so just to make it interesting. So I don't know, I cut in here, you know, like this, and we could just have a scroll this and you know, mirror this to the bottom. It's gonna be interesting. Now we need to fix that, okay, because we're gonna have a bit of you know, need to fiddle with these cutters sometimes. This is a clear problem with a bevel on this thing, so maybe we can lower the bevel because that's what's breaking, right? So make it smaller and sharpen, and now it should be fine. That's actually kind of interesting. I like that. And also here we could slice it as well here in the, you know, in the front, just like that. Okay, so sharpen and, you know, weighted normals. We could have used some supporting loops here, but you can still do that by cutting this like that, pressing K and, you know, slicing it, and it's gonna work. So, you know, it's gonna kind of mitigate this, you know, any shading problems you may have. You can run another cut here if you want to, okay, like that. It's gonna sort of, you know, help you with shading in these areas. Just make sure that there are no artifacts, like here, for example. You see that's causing an artifact here, so we need to fix this. What is going on here? Let's move it closer. There we go, and problem solved. Cool. So that's that. Now here on this side we could also have something cool, right? So we could have you know, some kind of ring here or whatnot. So we could shift curve extract this again and sharpen this. So sharpen, and now could create some different parts here. So let's grab a cube. Okay, let's grab a cube and move it in here, scale it down, move it like this, you know, maybe somewhere here, and we're going to apply scale, narrow it down a bit more. Okay, apply scale again. So here what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a bevel, press C to clamp it, okay, so it doesn't, you know, overlap, and sharpen this, grab an end gun. We're gonna slice it from the back here like this, right, like that. And also we probably want to slice from the front, but we can do it later. Here in the front we're gonna cut a hole, so go to perspective and, you know, draw a circle, G and Y, I think. Yeah, drop it down and space to cut through and sharpen. Alright, so here with this one we're gonna do is we're going to chamfer this one here, and, you know, kind of bevel the sides here. Alt X, and I think I'm gonna bevel this one too, so it's kind of supple-ish. Alright, cool. And then what we can do is we can array this one. So let's just go to radial array, and maybe just 5 is enough. Okay, like that. Cool. And let's, you know, just boolean that. So union, and then we're going to sharpen it. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. You know, I'm fine with that. So let's just recalculate sharpen, so we're good to go. What I want to do though is select all these here, okay, and then go to Y and select and S select, which will select sharp edges and bevel them also Is this a double edge here? Yes, it is. Okay, select everything and press 3 to clean it, because it's gonna play havoc with your bevel, and then we can apply a bevel. Okay, so this was gonna be more machined, and you know, tinier bevel. Here in the back we could have a, you know, a bit of a chamfer. It's fine. So here what we're gonna do, we're gonna run a boolean. Okay, so run a boolean like this, right? And we're gonna press B for bevel and create 8 segments, and we're going to cut this right in like this, shift. I'm gonna bring this one closer, so GG, move it really close. Okay, maybe not that close. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply this, so Control A and Visual to Mesh. I'm gonna grab that and Control flip, that's Alt N, and Control B, and we're gonna create a chamfer that hopefully will work. And then we need to align it with, you know, with this mesh, so it's in the middle, and it creates a nice chamfer. Now we're going to array this, so Mesh Tools and Radial Array, press X until it aligns, and you're good to go. That's awesome. And we're going to apply this, so sharpen, and we're going to grab this bit here in the middle, inset it a little bit, and we're going to shift curve extract it. Okay, and we're going to bevel this, so sharpen it, and then we should bevel this, right? Bevel this, right? And actually we're going to move it inside a bit like this, and then we're going to radial array this. Okay, cool, awesome. That looks pretty cool, man. Really nice. We can have some names here and all that, you know, some decals. Is also distance recalculating sharp. There we go. And these little fuckers could have, you know, threads as well. So here what we're gonna do is Shift S and to face, and we're gonna grab a cylinder, and not 80 but maybe 40, and we're going to align this. Okay, so align like that, scale it in, and I'm going to sharpen it, right? Scale it in like that. Okay, then I'm going to grab this bit here, and I'm going to shift curve extract it. Okay, and I'm gonna get rid of this and go here to the middle, scale it up a little bit, and then we're going to scale it on the y-axis. There we go, a little bit here, perfect, maybe not too much. And then we're going to apply this, grab this in the middle, right click and thread. Okay, and then we're going to array this around, so array X, you know, oh shit, cursor has to be in the middle, so Shift S to origin, and then one more time, press X, done. Cool, so we got that. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. That looks pretty awesome. Grab a plane here, make it larger, and drop it down. And now I'm gonna show you how we're using Blender Bros Mats. Here, actually, you know, we could have an insert. So I'll tell you what, let's make it kind of thickish. And whoa, and we're gonna move cursor here. In fact, we can leave it there. Q, I'll click that and go to free inserts by Master Z on for keytops. Get them on his Gumroad, and then we can grab we could grab this one. Alright, and then Shift S to cursor, and then RX90, RX180, and then scale it and move it up here. There we go. You know, and our cavity is gone again. And we can remove all this junk, yeah. So, you know, click that and we can remove all these mats. You can also purge them, so because we don't need them, so purge them, right? So we don't have shit in our scene. And here, to be honest, we could have, you know, a bit of a chamfer like that. Cool. That looking good. Here we good. We don't need anything really. That looking peachy. We have some decals here. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. So let's just save it and let's keep going. Now I'm gonna be using Blender Bros Mods through Asset Library, but by the time this video is out, it's possible this add-on will be available. So, you know, go ahead and grab it. It's really brilliant. Just incredible mods. grab the floor here, the industrial one. We need to unwrap dummy. I have to unwrap it. You're probably not gonna have to do this, but I have to unwrap it. So let me just unwrap this, and I'm going to actually apply scale here too. I'm gonna change tiling from 1 to probably 10. Change of plans, let's go 15. Now this one's gonna be metallic, so we could have some metal here. And to be honest, we could have some powdered metal. It's gonna be really cool. So we have that. And this needs to be darker, although it is actually quite dark. So you and Smart UV project. That's actually dark enough for me. It could be a little bit less, you know, less rough. So just increase the, yeah, there you go. That's nice. Here we could have machined steel, right? Or even some plastic, you know, could be actually white. It's gonna look really cool. And here on this one, we could have machined steel. This one could also be machined steel. And to be honest, this one could also be machined steel. Peachy, and we're gonna add some bevel because, you know, the front here could be machined steel too, but you could also have this powdered white, which is bloody cool. I don't think this is gonna work as a white plastic. Probably not. Maybe aluminum, you know. Because why the fuck not? This could work. That looks actually pretty cool. In fact, maybe this could also be aluminum. Needs to be unwrapped as well, so Smart UV project. I'm unwrapping only shit I can see, you know, because the rest doesn't really interest me. I'm gonna swap all of these to aluminum. Also, this one needs to be unwrapped too, because we're getting some weird stuff on it. There we go. This one I don't care, it's fine. Oh, this one needs to be unwrapped as well, so you Smart UV project done. Right, cool. So that looks awesome. Let's run some decals, okay? So we're gonna run some decals, and you can grab these decals with our ultimate decal pack. Not Zola, something a bit more strong. Like for example, Nova. Nova could be good. Yeah, that will fit nicely here. Make it smaller and put it somewhere here. Offset it a little bit. Right, project. Okay, so we got that going on. Here we could have some decals, you know. So you could have some, I don't know, some slots here on the side. Because why not? Maybe smaller ones, you know. Something here on this side. And project. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a radial array. So mesh tools and, you know, radial array X, and you're good to go. And then we're going to apply that some match D and hold shift and Bob's your uncle. And on this side we could also have something here, maybe some sort of vent or whatnot, or clip, you know. Clip could be good. This could be interesting, right? So here D and adjust, scale it down, and then, you know, put it somewhere here. D and project, and then the same thing. So we're going to grab that and then go to mesh tools and radial array, and then D and match, D and hold shift, and sort it. So that's that. Cool, cool, cool. We could have some trim sheets as well if you wanted to. Now, if you're gonna run trim sheets on these mods specifically, I do need to change the material here. In fact, I need to separate it, you know, from the geo. So press I to do that, and then I'm gonna press P, and I'm going to separate it. You're not gonna be able to see that, but it's different mod. Here, just add a mod, and we're going to, you know, we're going to match it to this darkness, but maybe that's too much. Something like this will do. And here what we can do is run a trim sheet. So D and, you know, something cool, right? So actually this would do, you know, that's gonna be cool, right? And the same thing can be here on this part. So we could separate that. So grab this and grab that in the middle, P selection, and we're going to shift select that and copy mat. Whoa, this one, there we go. and this one, and then copy mod, right? Okay, cool. And then we can run mod on it as well. So here, and then D. Let's run something different. So maybe this could be interesting, right? Shift S and 2 geometry, and then RZ 180. There we go. And we got this kind of a situation, which is really cool. And we can have some other, you know, stickers here. So some caution, hot, whatever. On this, and maybe some other sticker here in the bottom. Maybe something in Japanese. Yeah, maybe something more complex, you know, some kind of instructions, you know what I mean? That's gonna be cool. Here, we could put it on, yeah, we could put it in the middle, just for the hell of it, and project it, okay? And we could just drop the alpha on this a little bit, so it's less poking, you know what I mean? That's pretty cool. And I think that's it, guys, you know, I mean, we could still have something here. On this side, so let's just grab the legendary. Oh, actually we could, yeah, fuck it, let's just grab a legendary. So this one, I call them legendaries because they fit anything, even your mom. So adjust it here, and you know, maybe a little bit larger like this here, and we're gonna move it around cursor, so D and project, and then I'm going to radial array this. And then I'm gonna go to edit mode, select this, Shift D R Y, hold Control, and do that. Looks really awesome. I'm not crazy about this though, you know, this is actually too big, I think. I'm gonna do something more subtle here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to run something really narrow, because I think it's gonna be better. Kind of more refined, you know, so individual origins, SY, scale it in, and put it in here. And then D and project it. Let me see that. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Much better. Yeah, sometimes subtlety is the answer, okay? I'm not crazy about this though, you know. Maybe we could get and put some kind of event here. Yeah, something else. Something. But what? Project and D match. D and hold shift. Oh yeah, that's better. See, now we're getting this beautiful clean space in here. This one's a little bit too strong still, so we can go a little bit lower on that. So drop the alpha here. There we go. So our name is more prominent, and this looks really cool. I really like it, guys. Really like it. Now the Nova doesn't fit. I don't know why, but I think something else should be here. So let me do something else. Maybe power core. Alright guys, well that's it for this one. I think we're good. Remember to check our mod add-on if it's out. And also our trim sheet and decal pack. They're fantastic. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.